And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Redskins. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Tonight, 180.
Mike, come on, baby, come on, let's go. Hatchet, hatchet. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Check 37, check 37. Shift.
11.
Check
11.
Pick that.
17. 7.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, Love. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Go, Brown. Brown.
On first down, here's Love.
Let's go. Come on. Run to the ball. We got
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
check safety.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Here goes tonight. 180.
Stay with your man.
Goff now looks to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 43.
Under crunch. Watch the twist.
Hey, lift.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
No gain on the play.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey.
Goff now looking to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Heavy on the edges. Watch the safety creep.
Twos.
Rush in.
Go.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Here we go.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Goff now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
44,
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, Zoo.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Now Goff. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
Hey, Shell.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go.
Back to throw. Goff. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Going nowhere.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 18-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Hey, alert 3.
Value 3. Turbo 7.
Here's Goff. He's got it. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out.
White 20.
Check.
12.
Going to give it to Love. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Shell.
Second down and goal. Goff under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they'll see what they can do on third and goal. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Check 31.
On third down, here's Hunt. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Let's go. 30 base.
56, right there. 56. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Yeah.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Got it.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Recon, 132 fighter. Bravo.
Mike 55. Mike 55. On the ball. Check. 55's the Mike. Check. 55's the Mike. Here it comes.
Get it.
Second and 11.
Check 9.
That's out to his running back, Fournette. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check.
Hey, lock it.
Check. Fresno.
From the gun on third down. Fountain. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Second and 10, Goff again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well.
Set. 10-2 soft.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check, check. Lucky.
6-6. Pull it high. Ready, ready.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
At the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, 76. 76. 76.
Check 26. Check 26.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here we go.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Check tight. Watch twist. Watch twist.
To throw is Goff. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
61-yard attempt.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Take 4, take 4. Wide, get wide.
Look, squeeze.
Watch that.
Shoot.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Come on,
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Foxtrot.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hey, Sam on.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he is all the way up past the 25. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Goff. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
We got this.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Goff. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
What we got?
Buzz.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He completes it to Westbrook. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Hey, Charlie.
52's the mic, boy.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fountain. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 25-yard line. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch. Show an A.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Fountain. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Whip. Watch the whip. 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Hey, seam 6.
From the gun, Fountain.
Go.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10.
180.
46-yard line.
I'm coming.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Tell you three.
They'll run with Coleman on first down.
Sponge.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
The
Big boys came out to play. I've been here, bro.
80 weapons.
More coming.
From the 27, Goff finds his tight end Ingram. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
2nd and 3. Dixon, complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Hey, eat. Don't get nervous. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Let's do this.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run.
Indy.
Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first and 10, Fountain. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Fountain looking long for Westbrook. This is caught inside the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
Down. 50.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fountain. And it's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Redskins 10.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Super one.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be second down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, switch gears.
Gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
11.
44 is the mic. 44.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Off play action. Fountain. And his throw is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Three buzz.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Here we go. Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Check 99.
61, matchbox lights.
Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shift, shift, shift.
Ready, ready.
To throw on third down, Fountain. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Kill, kill, kill.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Hardball. Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Hey, wahoo!
Come get some.
Out of the gun. Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
All day.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Stop your whining.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one complete. He finds Shark. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Let's go.
Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
On the
3
double.
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Alert flare. Alert.
Rock it.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Shift.
Say go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And I think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
36.
Get it.
Off the play fake. Fountain out to his left. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Goff now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
We got double up.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I don't even know.
Maverick.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
44. Go.
44 is the mic. Watch the run. Pick the edge. Come.
A shotgun snap for Goff. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tiger.
44.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, let's go. Come talking now, what?
Come on.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Door.
Back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Bang.
Ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Go, run.
And he's got Rome. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 46 yards on the ground.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Down.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Switch.
Now.
You kill it, motion me out.
Now a give, right side. Barrett. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Let's put that team on the bus.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Jaguars on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Check, 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 check.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Here goes tonight. White 20.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Goff on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And now it's 2nd down.
Here goes tonight. Black 20.
Where's the mic? In your face.
Again, gone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You got nothing.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Jaguars, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile,